Hello YouTube. Obviously I'm not facing the camera today because I'm responding to a few of you who've asked for a room tour. So what I'll be doing is going around the room showing you a few of the items I've got and explaining about some of them. There's nothing major that stands out, but if there's anything any of you see that you want to see in future episodes or want me to talk about, just let me know. This corner basically here is a bit of a mess really, but it's just where I've got some space because this is my main bedroom in my house that my missus has let me have as a games room. So I'm lucky in that case, but I'm limited on space. So there's a few things in this corner that I've managed to balance and display. Here is what is the beginning of a barcade. Basically I bought that, it's probably about 10 months ago now, might not be quite that long. It was an NES inside that cab with a CRT, and I plan on putting an Xbox with coin ops inside it. Inside, if I can just lift the lid, sorry about any shaking, you'll just about see there is an Xbox joystick, so I plan on wiring that up so it comes through the top, depending on how good I am at doing that, is how long it takes. Down here we got a few things on this shelf here. The magazines are obviously all my magazine and book collection, or most of. The rest of the stuff, this is actually my for sale section. This is stuff that I plan to move on at some point. As you can see, the Atari's there. There's an Amiga there that I've never tested because a friend gave me with no power supply, and a Mega Drive. So this is the corner that I am most ashamed of in the room really. But I'm sure we've all got one of these corners in a room that we try and hide when we're doing our videos. I know I do. Moving around, I do have a bit of gaming art that my missus makes. Please don't slate me in the comments. These were controllers that never worked and I couldn't get parts fixed on them. So basically they're mismatched parts, obviously all from the same sort of controller that she makes into art for my games room. And there is a little story behind it because she does sell them, not many. I was trying to sell them at Video Game Market 3. But the money we make off it, we used to buy these Bratz dolls, and my missus takes all the makeup off them and makes them look more presentable for children. And basically she sends them off to a charity that gives them to little children who have just had operations or have got terminal illnesses. And she just sends a letter along. We very rarely hear anything back. We sometimes get letters via the charity. But yeah, please don't slate me for these because basically they're my old controllers. We sell them, the pictures, to anyone who's interested, and we just use it to fund that little thing that my missus enjoys doing for a charity. So if any of you want any, just let me know. I think we charge about 20 quid because covers what I pay for the controllers, the stickers that we order, the frame. Then obviously the rest of that money just goes into buying these Bratz dolls. I drove an hour to Stoke to fetch some recently because there was a massive bundle. And my mum even helps out. She does the knitting, she knits some clothes and stuff like that. If I remember, in a future video I'll put the comparisons in so you can understand what I'm on about really. Swinging round to my door, we got where my hat is, my Atari hat that confused Tutti UK so much when I wore it at Doncaster. It's like a cunning disguise. And a collection of bags, or as my missus calls them, man bags. Some I use for boot sales, work, etc. And obviously you've got your storage ones like your Xbox, etc. I have got a matching DS case for that green bag. You can just see, probably not green, someone will tell me the correct terminology of colour. Down here we've got my record player that I play vinyls on, and if I can just move it out of the way, I've got this storage box that my N64 lives in, very dusty. I should have probably dusted that before I videoed this. And in the drawer below it, if I can just get it open one-handed, which I can't. No, can't get it open one-handed. That's where all my N64 non-box games and etc. are in. Moving up here, obviously I've got my zappers hanging from these. I got them from IKEA. And they're great for obviously displaying my little figures and putting controllers inside. I've got 2 of those. So yeah, it's handy. I'll just keep one of each one, so if I decide to fire something up, I can just get it at hand. there's another one of them Pikachu money boxes you can see. Obviously that one's mine, the other one over there is going to be for sale. My NES collection, which is, I've not got the biggest collection of anything really. I've just got what I've picked up bits and pieces of what I have, like via car boots and online. But this is all my stuff mainly that's not boxed. I mean, I've got a tiny PC Engine collection, but I have got R-Type and Street Fighter, which were the two titles I wanted. That's obviously my TV that I hook most of my stuff up to be fair. It is pretty good. Not a bad picture for the old or the new stuff. There's my Atari 2600, and I'll just shuffle across because you might be able to see part of my collection there. Underneath we got all my PlayStations 1, 2 and 3. As you know, I've not got the PS4. A few DS games. And while I'm thinking about it, I can't really show you on the top of it. My missus painted these old CD cases with like an NES controller and stuff on it, and the Atari one's got down here. It's got like little Pac-Man going around. I mean, my missus is quite good creatively, like stuff like that, so I have a few one-off things, I suppose, in my room to do with gaming. Down here is most of my consoles, in fact probably all of them. Got the Dreamcast, Xbox 360, my two Super Nintendos. That American one I actually picked up from a boot sale for 20 quid. Two Xboxes, one's modded, one's not. My Mega Drive 2 and various joysticks, Master System 2. My PC Engine and my Turbo Duo, and I have got the CD-ROM 2 for that. The joystick I recently picked up. My NES system, a Wii and a Sega Saturn. Obviously the GameCube was up here on the top. You have to excuse me, I'm walking around my actual bed at the moment. As you could tell from my videos, if you've seen in the past, I am a fan of figures. I think that blanket cost me something like 25p from a charity shop, and I've not seen one anywhere before. If anyone knows where it's from or what collection it's from, that'd be some great info. And up here is a close-up of all my figure collection. These, the Ultimate Warrior there and Jake the Snake Roberts, they're actually my originals from when I was a kid. I'm refusing to part with them because they were the first two bought me by my auntie, who's no longer here, so I'm keeping hold of them, and they're actually complete. Jake's still got the snake, etc., and all the joints move. Up here's a picture recently that my stepson sent me when he went to Wales Holiday with my mum and dad, so I've displayed that in the room. And here's my banner from Retro Market 3 for Retro Collective Europe, which is obviously a Facebook group I'm part of. There you go, a little plug there. Some more figures here. These are obviously gaming ones. I try and keep my gaming ones separate to my general 80s ones and stuff like that. Panning round again, sorry if anyone's got motion sickness. This is a complete one-off picture because basically I don't remember where I got the frame from, and my missus done that and I think it looks brilliant. Again, it was a broken controller. I would never do it to a working controller. Basically I've got boxes and boxes of working controllers under my bed. Here's my little notice board, basically covered with anything retro-y. I'll try and zoom in so you can see my badges and etc. Down here we got a giant Hulkster that I had for Christmas. My capture card that I've just bought, but I need to get some more wires to hook it up for retro stuff. And that is the beast of a PC that I'm planning to make bigger and faster to help me with doing YouTube. Up here we got a few things dangling from the ceiling. They're basically just dangly stuff. There's a couple of Space Invaders. And if I go right in, you should be able to see there's some Mario Brothers, etc. Swinging down to here, we've got obviously my PC screen and keyboard where I sit on that chair, which is the chair that I use to shoot, which if you recognise this angle, you'll know that's from most of my videos. A few books. There's one gaming book I believe, the rest I think are mainly football related. I've got a book on Clough and Taylor. Brian Clough fascinates me. My A-Team helicopter. And now we're swinging around to the real game section up here. And these are a few of my more favourable items. Obviously a few boxed items. Astro Wars, that's where it all started about 3.5 years ago when I decided to start collecting again one Christmas. When I went up Mum and Dad's loft, found the old Astro Wars, and it basically escalated from there. So that's why that's the centrepiece of that shelf, because everything's spread out from there. And then swinging up to the top, we've got my collection of plushies. I have tons of plushies for a 32-year-old grown man, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Panning down, obviously that's my Mega Drive shelf. Because it's such a small room, I'm limited with displaying, so there's rows of Mega Drive games behind there. Onto my shelf, where we've got the Master System, Wii, a few more DS games, a few boxed NES games, a few boxed Super Nintendo games. And if I can just reach in and grab this drawer and pull it out, you might just be able to see inside. There's like Atari links, and I'll keep Game Boy games and stuff, and then I've obviously got a few other Game Boy games there. Stepping back, tiny Dreamcast collection. I had a much bigger Dreamcast collection when I was a kid. My PS1 collection, that's mostly been bought in bulk. I don't think I got given any of them. And my PC Engine, as you can see there. While I kneel down, got my PS3, Xbox 360, everything there has either been given to me or cost 50p or £1 because I've never had an Xbox, it was given to me. Saturn, most of that stuff were bought in a bundle, and my PSP games. Again, these have all got double layers, there's more GameCube games behind there, Xbox, and my PS2 is my biggest collection, which I'm sure please Woodland37 because I believe he likes the system. That 90% of that were donated to me. Basically, my cousin's husband, his dad was clearing out the loft, and anything he found, he said, look, you're more interested than anyone knows, so you can have it. Down here we've got a box full of my handhelds. There's Game Gears, Wonder Swan. I'm just limited on space. My plan is to get one of them glass display units. I mean, down there is all my different coloured N64 controllers. So if I could get a glass display cabinet, that'd be great. Swinging down here while I sit on my bed, these are all my various different cups that you might have seen in videos. My sticker book there, which I've recently started collecting. In these wooden containers, there's more controllers, plug and plays, etc. But yeah, I've got an original Mario from, I think it was from the early 80s, both that egg cup and cup. I picked them up separately, so they're now a nice little set. And finally, swinging to the top of my bed, I've got a few more cuddly toys. I love Gremlins, and you might have seen the Pinky Punky. And then I've got a few box figures that I've picked up over time. Pac-Man, Super Mario, Predator, I love the Predator figures. Alien, Thundercats, I was a big Thundercats fan as a kid. And I've got this SSX Tricky figure, and I don't know if you can just see there, there's one over the other side. Pick them up, I think they were, I want to say £8 each, but I might have probably gone cheaper than that. And that is basically my game room. I'll just have another quick pan round so you can see everything. So yeah, I mean, I've never done one of these sort of things before, so if I've rushed through things, I apologise. But yeah, I mean, this is my designated games room. It's my main bedroom. I'm lucky to have it. I'd love to do a loft conversion, but I don't own the house, so maybe one day in the future if that happens. Great. Just let me know what you think to my video and my room, and if you could like, comment and subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. Cheers, see you on the next one.